pull this up so we can see if we have random people saying words. Hollow Knight final boss, but all 40 charms are equipped. Oh no. This says it's live and working. Let's find out whether that's true or not. Y'all need to comment on some of these videos on YouTube because I'm tired of looking at this idiot's comments being the only one showing up. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Y'all may be like, why are you saying that? He can now see it. What? This is not Algebra 1. Why am I holding this? All right. Oh, they put it here. What numbers did we do? 6 through 24. And this is, we did 2, right? We did like surface area and then volume or something like that or something, right? Is that right? Okay. Okay. Bam. Oh, that's too much. Or did we just do one lesson? Did we do the area and perimeter today, or did we already did that, right? So we just did 1-7, right? Yeah. Yeah, see, I knew I was talking to you about a test on purpose because we're having a test on like Thursday, right? Yeah, okay, good. I'm not totally off in La La Land. I mean, today's probably going to be an easy class, but we may want to have questions on what you're going to have on the test, so we'll see. We'll leave that up to y'all, see whether y'all are smart or not. What'd you say, 6 through 24? 6 is a cone, and it's not a polyhedron. Excuse me. 8 is a triangular prism. It is also not a polyhedron. Number 10 is a sphere, and it's not a polyhedron. Number 12 is a polyhedron, is a pentagon, I can't even speak, pentagonal prism. Its bases are A, B, C, D, E, and then F, G, H, J, K. Its faces are plane A, B, H, G, plane B, C, J, H. The planes, of course, you could name with just 3 letters, right? So any combination of those 3 letters, right? And then plane D, C, J, K, and then plane E, D, K, A, F, plane A, E, F, G, and then edges A, B, B, C, C, D, D, E, E, A, A, G, B, H, C, J, D, K, E, F, G, H, H, J, J, K, K, F, F, G. And vertices A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, no I, J, and K. Yeah, you'd have to have all that to get that problem totally right, because that's what it asked for, right? Right. Number 14 is also a polyhedron. It is a triangular prism. It has bases triangle JLK, triangle MNP. Faces is triangle JKL, triangle MNP, plane MPKJ, plane PKLN, plane MNLJ, edges MP, PK, KJ, JM, JL, KL, LM, MN, PN. And it also has vertices at M, P, L, J, N, and K. 16 is not a polyhedron, and it's a cylinder. Excuse me. 18, 104 inches squared for the surface area and 60 inches cubed for the volume. Number 20 is 90 pi, or about 287 yards squared for the surface area, and then the volume would be 100 pi, or about 314.2 yards cubed. 22 is somewhere. Where's 22? There it is. 22 is 800 feet squared, and then 1,280 feet cubed. 24A is 26.5 inches squared, and 24B is 3.3 inches cubed. What questions do we have on those? 22. What kind of shape is that? It's a what prism? So remember the triangular or whatever is the base. So what kind of base does it have? Square. So it's a rectangular prism, right? That's totally what you meant. I know. Okay, it's got a height of 15 feet and a slant height of 17 feet. Yeah. Okay. So we're supposed to find the surface area and the volume of this. So what would the formula for the surface area be? Is it what? What do you mean? What? Go ahead and give me what you're saying the regular equation is, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, it would be, right? Right, because we got a bunch of triangles, right? Right? What's the formula for the area of a triangle? One half. If this is a thing that is like racking your brain right now, you really need to study. You will not be provided a formula chart on the test. Not going to happen. You need to be able to, you need to know these in your brain. Go ahead and look them up in your notes if you don't remember. What is the formula for area of a triangle? 1/2 base times height. That's true. So 1/2 of the perimeter, so that'd be all the bases, right? Times the height, which is the L, the slant height, right? So that's the height of the triangle, right? So that's what that is. What is the big B? What of the base? Area of the base. That's true. Okay. So let's see if we can fill in some of these things. We're going to put 1/2 in for 1/2. I got the easy one, no big deal. How do we find the perimeter of that thing at the bottom? What kind of shape is it? Yeah, you add up all the sides. What kind of shape is it? It's a square. So all the sides are equal. How many sides are there? 4. So 4 times what? 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 What's one of the sides of the square? Thank you. Times the slant height. What is the slant height in this problem? 17. Plus the area of the base. How do you find the area of a rectangle? Length times width, so 16 times 16 or 16 squared, right? That's the same thing, 16 times 16, either way. You could write it out either way, whatever made you happy. Great. Now we just need to do all the things, right? So what's 4 times 16 times 17? 1,088. And then what's 16 squared? 256. What would we do next? No, we wouldn't add next. What do we got to do first? What? What would we do next? Yeah, multiply. A half times 1,088. What is 1/2 times 1,088? And then what's 544 plus 256?
800.
And then what are the units? No. Not feet. Feet squared, that's true. We have area. Now what's the formula for the volume? Excuse me. One-third big B H, right? What does the big B stand for? What of the base? Area of the base. That's true. The base is a square. How do you find the area of a square? How do we find the area of a rectangle? Length times width. So 16 times 16, right? Which is the same as 16 squared, but I'm gonna write it out 16 times 16 this time. And then what's the H? It's 15. Area, it's the height of the pyramid, not the slant height, right? What's 16 times 16? You don't even need your calculator. We already calculated it. What's 16 times 16? 256. And then what's 1/3 times 256 times 15? Part of that you could probably do in your head. 1/3 of 15 is 5.
1,280.
1,280. What's the units? Not squared, it's volume. Mm-hmm. Makes sense. What other questions do we have? Let's take a quiz then. After we turn in the quiz, I'll go ahead and grade the quiz. That way you can have it back before the test. And then we'll see if you have any questions from the study guide or any of those things. Ready to go. You can for the quiz. You won't be able to for the test, but for today you can. real quick. Y'all flip over to the study guide and see if there are any questions that you have about it. If you're not quite done with your quiz, that's totally fine. Finish your quiz. If you are done with your quiz, you can start looking at the study guide and see if there's anything you know you want a little extra touch on. If there's any that you see that you know you want to take a look at, just holler them out and we'll take care of that. Points. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. Whoa, that was exciting. I'm not hearing any questions. Guess y'all are all going to ace the test. What? You don't have to wait. Go for it. What? 11, you guess. You might have word problems. Why would you not have word problems? The whole point of this class is for you to think Why would I not give you problems that make you think? Don't make no sense. Heebie-jeebies. You said which number? Oh. 11. That's crazy, bro. Okay, from the study guide? Okay. 11 from the study guide. So 11 on page 79. Find the value of the variable xp if x is between p and q. So x is between p and q. So we've got a point P over here. We've got a point Q over here. We've got point X in between them. And 11 says the measure of XQ equals 13. And the measure of XP is 5x minus 3. And the measure of PQ equals 40. So what should we do? That is true. That is our ultimate goal. We're ultimately trying to find the value of x. I couldn't agree more. So, in order to get to that final destination, where do we need to go first? So, distance formula. We don't really need the full distance formula, right? We don't have like 0.30 and point whatever else, you know, all these other things. This is actually a lot simpler than that. We don't need the full distance formula. What could we use? Huh? Nothing. That's crazy. What do we need in order to find x? Okay, what do you mean by combine them?
Like make it into an equation.
Yeah. So yes, we would. So in order to get there, you're right. Everything you said is absolutely correct. It might be easier to figure that out if you're having trouble figuring that out if you go and do your picture and label your picture, right? So where would this number 13 go? Between x and q. This is 13 right here, right? Where would this 5x minus 3 go? Between x and p. And then where would the 40 go? Yeah, so this whole thing, right? And then, just like you said, we've got simple segment addition. This one plus that one equals the big one, right? So the answer to my question from a minute ago is of what do we need in order to solve for x is we need an equation. Segment addition says this plus this. So 5x minus 3 plus 13 equals 40. Now you got an equation. You have something you can solve. You have something you can tackle. So What do we do to solve that equation? You just wait, okay? I'm waiting. You what? You're waiting me for moot? Did you not copy it down? Oh, well, get going, bro. Sure. I don't know why you always go that route, but sure, why not? You could just combine like terms and clean it up first, but sure, subtract 13. Why not? It's not illegal. Let's do it. What's 40 minus 13? $40 minus 13 is 13, what'd you say? What? 40 minus 13 is definitely not 38. You have calculators. Use them. Pull them out. Sometime this century. What is 40 minus 13? Enter.
27.
Thank you. Now what could we do?
Add 3.
Add 3, sure. What's 27 plus 3?
30.
That's true. Then what could we do? Divide by 5. Sounds great. What's 30 divided by 5?
6.
That's true. Now what do we do? There's only one more thing to do, potentially. Well, we need to see whether it wants just x or whether it wants one of the lengths, right? What is the question asking for? Find the value of there and xp. So xp is this one. So yeah, we would put x in there. So we can circle that one because that's one of the things that it wants, right? And then we put x over here. What's 5 times 6? It's true. What's 30 minus 3? 27. All right. I'll check out your study guide a little more, see if there's anything else you need help with. $32, he says. 33. Okay. $33, which is on page 81. Did you even read it? Are you sure? Okay. The parking arm shown below rests at a horizontal position and opens vertical position after an arm has moved 24 degrees. How many more degrees does it have to move so that it is vertical? What do those words mean? What does horizontal mean in this context? Do it with your arm. Show me horizontal. Great. What does vertical mean in this context? Great. So we've got an arm. We want it to go up to vertical. Right? If it's at 24 degrees, what did it say? Yeah. 24 degrees. How many more degrees does it need to get here? So what would we do? Huh? This is 60. No. How many degrees from here to here is it? Not 60. No, 180 is all the way a straight line. How many degrees is a right angle?
9.
Thank you. So yeah, that whole thing would be a 90-degree angle. That's true. So how do we find the missing one? Add a number for 24, what now? Add a number plus 24 until it's 90. That's great. So how do you find it? Subtract 24. So what does x equal? No, not 76. It is 66. $66 watts. It's true, 66 degrees. Don't forget that as you're studying for your test, if you use the practice test to study, which is a good idea, I would be happy to send you the answers to the practice test. You just need to send me a message through email or text or whatever, and I will send it to you. That way you can know if you're on the right track, or if you need to be like, hey, how do you do this? And then I, on a sticky note real quick, show you and send it back to you or something, or whatever, okay? We'll see if there's anything else that you need. 36. Which is on same page, 81. Find the perimeter with the quadrilateral. You just wanted to do one that was going to take the rest of class time, didn't you? All right, we got a coordinate problem here. Remember the quadrilateral with vertices A, -3, 5. B, 0, 5, C, 2, 0. Liking all those zeros in there, that's nice. And D is at -5, 0. We're trying to find the perimeter of it, okay? So we'll do a quick sketch of it. All right, make our lives a little bit easier to think about what we're doing. negative 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So right here. And then 0, 5. Right across from it. And then 2, 0, 1, 2, 0. And then negative 5, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. So it looks to me like we have a trapezoid. In fact, we definitely have a trapezoid, right? Because these top and bottom lines are parallel to each other. And we're supposed to find the perimeter of it. So what could we do? The thing, you forgot what it's called. Okay, so you're in the right ballpark. So midpoint would give us like these points, right? So we don't want the midpoint formula. We want the distance formula because we need all of these lengths, right? Because the perimeter is all the sides added up. Now this one and this one we can get just counting, right? These two are easy. What's the length of this bottom one right here? Huh? Well, I'm sorry. I don't know that matters at the moment, but this is A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. So how long is DC? Is what I'm asking. What? How long is this whole line here? Is what I'm asking. 7. It's true. This is 7. And how big is AB? So, yeah, it goes over -3, so the whole distance is 3, right? Those ones are easy. We just need to find these two. So how do we find those two? Distance formula sounds great. What is the distance formula? You're missing something real big that goes over all of it. What? No. Although it actually technically would be. How about square root? And then what? Trust. X1. You're missing a few things. Y'all do know the test is on Thursday, right? Like, we should, let this be a lesson to you. If you have formulas in a unit, don't wait till the last minute to study those suckers, because I'm going to tell you right now, either you're going to do badly on the test on Thursday, which is possible. It's your first test in geometry. You might do bad on it. That's possible. That happens sometimes because you didn't know what you were getting into, all the things on the first test. But if you have or you're going to study your rear end off on Wednesday night, and it's going to be a pain in the butt. Either way, it's going to be a pain in the butt. But what you need to learn from this is don't wait till the last minute to study. If you have formulas that you know you're going to need to memorize, which you do have every single unit pretty much, because if you don't have formulas, you've got theorems you need to make sure you know. So don't wait till the last minute to study. Distance formula is the square root of x2 minus x1 plus that squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. So the distance between AD So this one and this one, right? Put parentheses where the variables are, right? And we start plugging stuff in. What are we going to put right here? Five is a y. Negative 5. Great. What are we going to put right here? Negative 3 sounds great. What about this one? 0 sounds great. What about this one? 5. Okay. Right here we've got a ka-chink, ka-chink, right? So what's negative 5 plus 3? It's negative 2, right? Because signs are different. We subtract and keep the sign of the bigger one. What's 0 minus 5? What's 0 minus 5? 0 minus 5. Negative 5. What's negative 2 squared? What is negative 2 squared? What's 2 times 2? 4. What's negative 5 squared? 25. And what's 4 plus 25? 27. What's the square root of 27? No, it's not 27. What are you saying? 29. What is the square root of 29? About 5.4, okay. And then we do the same thing for BC, or you could look at the points and figure out this is symmetrical. This is the same, and this is the same, and this is the midpoint of both. Be like, oh, they're both the same. So you could do it again, or you could use some logic to see that that's true, which in a geometry class is not only okay, but encouraged. Then you add all those up, and you get your answer. All right, kids, it's time for class to be over. You should study. You should study your little butts off. I don't want to see any butts when you come back because they're all studied away. Okay, it wasn't that great of a joke, but it was there.